Have you ever walked into someone's home and felt something you couldn't explain? Everything in its place, no dishes in the sink, no random clutter on the counter, just calm. And you stood there thinking, how do they do this every single day? Meet Nora. Nora was like most people. She tried to keep things clean, she really did. But 3 days in, the dishes were back, the laundry was draped over the chair again, and life just happened. She told herself she was too busy, too tired, not a naturally organized person. Her friend Clara was different. Clara's apartment was always calm, always clean. Not perfect, just settled. One evening, Nora visited and looked around slowly. How do you do this every single day? Clara smiled and said something Nora didn't expect. I don't do it because I love cleaning. I do it because of how it makes me feel after. Nora didn't understand yet, but she kept thinking about those words. Weeks passed, her apartment stayed the same, cluttered, busy, loud in a way that had nothing to do with sound. She noticed she felt tired more than usual, distracted, slightly anxious without knowing why. One Sunday, she sat in the middle of her messy living room and just looked around. Unread mail on the table, dishes from 2 days ago, a bag she'd dropped by the door and never moved. And she realized something. Her brain had been registering all of it, every single day, without her permission. Every unfinished pile, everything sitting in the wrong place, her mind had been silently logging it all as unfinished business. And unfinished business is exhausting. Not the loud kind of exhausting, the quiet kind. The kind that drains you slowly without ever telling you why. That evening, Nora did something small. She washed the dishes, wiped down the counter, put 3 things back where they belonged. It took 11 minutes, and then she stood in her kitchen and felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. Calm. Not because the apartment was spotless, because her brain had finally found something to rest on. She thought about Clara's words again. Not because I love cleaning, because of how it makes me feel after. It wasn't about the cleaning at all. It was about the message. Every time you tidy your space, you send yourself a quiet message. I handled this. This is taken care of. I take care of things. And every time you walk past the mess and leave it, your nervous system absorbs that message too. Even when you stop noticing it consciously, your body never does. Nora started small. Not a deep clean, not a full reorganization, just 10 minutes every evening. Wipe the counter, do the dishes, put things back, leave the space the way she wanted to find it the next morning. Some evenings she didn't feel like it. She did it anyway, not because she suddenly loved cleaning, because she loved the feeling of a mind that could finally rest. Weeks passed, something shifted quietly inside her. She stopped thinking of tidying as a chore. It became something else, a signal to her brain. The day is done. I handled it. Time to rest. She slept better, thought more clearly, felt less heavy for no reason she could name. One evening, Clara visited. She walked in and paused, looked around, smiled. You changed something. Nora nodded slowly. I just stopped sending myself the wrong message. Now think about your own space. What message does it send you every time you walk through the door? The people who keep a clean home every day aren't more disciplined than you. They aren't built differently. They just discovered something quietly powerful. Your outer world is always talking to your inner world, whether you're listening or not. So tonight, pick one small thing, one counter to wipe, one pile to move, 10 minutes, that's all.
Not a deep clean, not a full reorganization, just 10 minutes every evening. Not because your home needs to be perfect, because you deserve to walk into a space that tells you you are someone who takes care of things. And once you feel that, you won't want to stop. If this story said something you needed to hear today, share it with someone whose space might be speaking the wrong words. Subscribe for more stories that change the way we see life. Thank you for listening.